Hi, thank you so much for showing up. And today I will show you XReality Academy. What's it about? And if you become our members, what you will get. Now we have 100 more hours content ready for you to learn. And those are pretty much structured instructional content right now, available right now. So, and right now we are providing a really good deal, which is $25 per month. I know this, this, this is not very clear, but we will have another design up. Now it's 25 per month for 3 months from May 15th to August 15th. So right now is pilot launch. So we got everything that we can to provide you. Also, we have private Slack. Slack, we have 2 channels. One is for members. Another one is for everybody who want to try it. If you are in the private channel, it means that you have 2 free trials for live events. Live events means that later on we will have a series of AR, VR tutorials every Fridays. And then, people who join live event can contact or ask questions live, and then also can look or having a live event, kind of like a video demo. So yeah, this is kind of something that I haven't heard such a good deal, because usually an XR course takes up thousands of dollars, and then not so many people support. We give you the best price, and also people, and we will have a lot of mentor joining. For example, right now, Athena Demos, we are in the progress of kind of like see if she is interested in joining. So yeah, she is still kind of in the process of the contract. So yeah, so right now I'm going to share with you, if you join XReality Academy, what you will get. Okay, so
Well, plus, I think we should mention for that 100+ hours of content that are available right now, when you start out, you get a 7-day free trial. So
yes,
you can try it for 7 days and decide whether you want to sign up or not.
yes, yes. Yeah, so this is a very good deal. And our developers is working on creating the mentor booking platform. Estimate delivery time for that function will be May 20th. So it's very close. So right now we are working on trying to set everything up, and yeah. And now we are also have a pilot AR foundation programs. So for example, let's start getting into it. So when you click enroll now, and you can select, okay, and then you put your name, address, create password. Everything is really secure, because right now we are using third party Stripe to do the transaction. And also for the course part, we sync to Moodle. Moodle is the largest online learning platform. All the universities, all the online schools, the majority of the school use Moodle as their template. So it's a open source online frame, and we use that. And all the password, don't worry about it. Your data or any security issue, it should be all protected. And our team couldn't access it. So it's very safe. So once you fill out, you can see the basic one. Right now, it's only basic one available. We are still constructing and building all the other functions. But I think this one is a pretty good deal with 7-day free trial. So if you click it, and your card won't be charged after 7 days. So before, it's all free. So you can kind of have, your 7-day free trial. And once you fill out, you click subscribe, and there will be some emails sent to your email address. For example, your username and the mask of your password to show that everything goes through. And also the order receipt invoice will also send to your email address. So when you click this, yeah. And then once you go to a login platform and you log in. Yeah, I am in the admin one. Okay. But I understand a lot of our users, when they go to dashboard, because they haven't studied anything, it's empty. Don't feel panic and think, oh, there's nothing for me to learn. It's the second tab. Second tab, you will see everything shows up. So second tab is course. The first one, I think we need to have a button for default. If somebody hasn't learned anything, we need to let them to click and browse more. And later on, I will share with my team and thank you for the user or our student to share with us what they think about our platform. Because I know some people jump in and see there's nothing and they feel, what I'm going to do. Yeah. So don't worry, go to courses, right? And you can see there are 4. Some people, like previously, some people might see 3. Why? Because I'm still working on the Unity Basic. It's not published yet, but after yesterday, it should be live right now. Those I can share with you. Right now, we have iOS setup and AR foundation. If you go here, you can see we got AR foundation. Share with you. Is that and people? I think. Oh, okay. I need to put PDF. I put all the setup into a PDF files, so you can definitely go through it, and also kind of how to create an Apple iOS account, a developer account, and how you sync to Unity. This is something that it's very tedious for every developers who need to do iOS development. But I was going through every steps very thoroughly, make sure you understand all the steps. So if you become our member and go to our dashboard, you can definitely access to all those good content. Yeah, so so certification, provision, keychain, all those fun stuff, and sync to Xcode. This is sometimes throw people off. So that's why a lot of people, they love to do Android development, because Android, you don't need all those process. But for this, it can ensure you can at least build a development version on your phone, not even publish to store. But yeah, so it has a lot of small steps you need to accomplish. And this is the newest one because I just created 2 weeks ago. So it's very fresh. Everything should be up to date. Okay, so this is AR Foundation Basic. And then people who join our free Slack member should be able to join 2 free live events. And if you are the paid member, you should be able to kind of like get all the live event access on Friday morning. And if you find out you couldn't really do Friday morning, don't worry, you can always go to the hub, because all the content that is on live event will be uploaded to the member portal. We won't publish anywhere. We won't publish publicly. So just to make sure our members can
it won't be on YouTube. It'll just be on the internal portal that the members have access to.
Yes. And also the and for the YouTube channel, I will cut kind of like a 6 to 8 minutes of the entire length just for the trailer. But if you want to watch the full length, it's only limited to our members to, yeah. So this is the Unity Basic, and this is the AR Foundation. Right now, the reason why I start XReality Academy is because I find out that a lot of online education, when you join, it starts teaching you coding. Coding is cool, it's lovely, and I've been doing coding since 2017, self-taught. And I would say that XR app or development is not just coding. It has a lot to learn. For example, research, UX, UI, those are ensured that you can get a good product. Because a startup, why a product fail? It means that nobody want to use. It's not because probably some of them is because of the function, bad coding, but the majority of it is because it's hard to use and there's no need, no product market fit. So we want to even kind of use the UX UI research way to help you define the product market fit, and also help you to kind of finalize and teaching you how to do design, and also teaching you how to do a great experience for XR. So this is a very important part for XR education and couldn't be separate or couldn't be taken out. It's the kind of like the front end or the ideation. So right now we are making the entire thing a pipeline. And yeah, so if you go here, you can see we have 1, 2, 3, and we have welcome deck. Yeah, we will have phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Yeah, and then we also provide certification, which we will kind of share some bundle mentor course for you. And now, because our platform is still under construction, if you click this mentor, right now, yeah, we have some users said that, oh, when I click mentor community, nothing shows up. Yes, don't worry about it. It's not bug. It's just not even exist. So yeah, so we are working on those. So don't worry about it. And then we have the full courses, and each one has its own entire world. And our team, even a lot of the graphics, we even redo it. We redo all the research, and we are giving you the best content organized as much as we can. And also we have some small assignment that allows you to brainstorm with your mentors. So later on, if you want to get AR foundation certification, later on, we will have a small module, which is how to apply. First, you need to have 1 capstone projects. The capstone projects need to be really, really start from research, design to final implement. So for example, not this one. We will also do an ideal kind of portfolio style. You can submit PDF file or web link. We want to see if you kind of understand or if you have a product market fit, instead of just doing some fancy design, fancy development, some cool things, shiny object, right? So we really want you to make sure that your product is someone need. And so yeah, go ahead.
Let's say that you're creating a startup and you're trying to come out with your product. So would this help you sort of define your product and create the market fit and so forth?
Yes, this is all what we want. So right now we have Stephen Christian. He is currently our direct bundle mentors. If you see his work, he is very good at storytelling. Yeah, this is his work. He's a very talented person. He's currently a medical PhD student, and then he did story, drawing, animation, and development for his entire world. So I think it's great to have somebody with an abundant knowledge about storytelling, immersive technology, like a really multiple talent instructors to help you to achieve your goal. And then also we will have a designer, XR UX designer, to help you to structure your concept. So yeah, we have design, UX design, and kind of more like a technical skills. Stephen Christian, like develop kind of like the sessions, bundle sessions. So so it's really trying to help you to come up with a product that really fits to the market and help you to teach you how to do the research, help you how to kind of brainstorming, how to get the best experience for your product. We think that this will definitely help you to get in the door, because
So this will help you. So this will help you create your MVP.
Yes, it's not just a student portfolio, but we want this to be so good that even startup founders can work with us. Yeah, and we want to create something that is useful. Is people create the product that people want, instead of create something just for sake of portfolio. Just we want to go to the next step. Yeah, so this is our pilot program, and then we will have more coming within probably around 2 weeks. We will start doing all the kind of like a structure of the program. But pretty soon you will get all this. And then right now, because our mentor booking session is not up yet, but in the future, we will have more mentors for you to pick. So this is just the first kind of like a pilot program. And we also will have discount for you, just because thank you so much for trusting us, to giving us a chance to, share with you what we are working on. And thank you for being, putting your card in our platform, and we feel it's an honor. So we will do our best to make sure your experience is great. Okay, so another news is that we are going to have a small startup booth at AWE. If you happen to go to AWE, and AWE this year, they are providing people who lose jobs to go to AWE to find jobs. So there are some links, if I may share. Yeah, this one. Lost your job. I find this is a very warm gesture, because I know that this year is tech recession. So I think it's amazing that the AWE, the ticket price is very high, right? And then if you happen to lose your job, you can definitely utilize this chance and join this big feast, right? Because I think this festival, this event for me is like a milestone checkpoint. Every time when AWE event, like every year it's about this time, summertime, and it's all at Santa Clara. I always think like, oh, for next AWE, what am I going to show? So it's really amazing that just because of this event, I kind of force myself, hey, I have to launch. I have to finish at some certain point. So I have something to share with people. And yeah, this time, I mean, I'm not speaking for events, but I have a booth. Next time, I wish, not wish, it will happen. Maybe get a bigger booth or having a panel talk about XReality Academy, what's our thinking, thoughts about the future XR education. I think first, we need to be affordable because of the headset. It's so expensive, right? Apple is going to announce the new headset around June 6th, 5th. I forgot the real date, but it's about $3,000. It's overpricing. I don't want to say overpricing, maybe at the beginning should be, but for normal people, it's hard to afford there's almost zero function that you can do. It's probably for developer usage. So the device Quest 2 is kind of a really nice one, which is $300, $400 for right now. Yeah, and I think the second is education. XR education need to be affordable as well. Right now, all the education, I don't want to say overpricing because I know how expensive to train or to learn XR, and the price reflect to the value, right? Because, for example, if people spend 100K just to become an XR developer, if you want them to teach at least a few hundred or 1,000 for them to teach you something that they've been working on for 20 years, right? So that's fair. But for making everybody to be able to at least know how to create XR for normal people from not engineer or developer background, they feel confident about creating something and to share, have a needs, create content in XR. It still has a huge gap, right? And I know that current XR education focus on elites. You have money, you have time, and you already have a good foundation of XR, and you master yourself. And I think a lot of people, they just entering it or they want to enter. They don't know how. And they go on YouTube like me, long time ago, you see, I started learning XR since 2017. And then now I still feel like there are so many things to learn, even though I can probably figure out something, but I still couldn't say that I'm the master, right? And it has been at least 5 to 6 years for a person supposed to be super master, right? So I started thinking about maybe, there's an academy that is providing a really nice price for people to just every day, or like called academy, right? You join and you start learning, and there's a path, if there's a way, and then it provides some career service or provides some mentors. And as for XR, it's a multidisciplinary field. It includes different fields such as medical, such as retail, all the different expertise, and also subject matter expertise, and also development. That's another world. Business, that's another world. Design, that's another world. So in order to come up with an XR good product, it requires convergence of knowledge. It's not just one person can teach you all, right? You need different types of nutritions to kind of make your project look somewhat decent and solving the industry problem. For example, if right now I want to create a medical training VR app for my portfolio, I don't know what's going on with the medical field. And, the technology, student might need that. and also design what's the best experience. And how, if I create this, right? If later on I couldn't find a job, maybe I can just sell this app, right? And how can I sell? How am I going to pitch? So that's why I think it's important to have abundant with different expertise. Everybody has something that we can learn, and everyone has something that other people cannot do. So I think gathering all the expertise from different fields, it will adds up a lot and make this platform flourish. I saw a lot of, for example, the traditional way of a program is that you stick with that one mentor for the entire course. That instructor create the course, and you still stick with that instructor for another 3 to 6 months. I think it's kind of a little limited. I mean, I don't want to say that instructor is not qualified or something is definitely qualified, but I would say that if students already know you through the instruction, kind of get the stuff, they can ask you, but they also have the opportunity to know other people who can leverage, make the course more abundant. For example, medical, right? If medical XR app, if the course was taught by developer, which makes sense, and then you will have a certain set of it. But if you have a chance to book, maybe, book a person who doesn't really know XR, but really good at medical, right? And he might know what's the developer don't know about what's the possibility you can do. So that's what I'm thinking. I want to have a lot of expertise, a lot of people, subject matter experts, to provide what's going on with this industry, what types of problem that we can solve into XReality Academy. And later on, we are going to have something like this. We are going to have a lot of, it's not really competition, but we want to post bunch of industry current problems, and it will be taught by industry experts. Right now, the ideal is taught by industry experts, but maybe at the beginning, our team will come up with some problems and teach what we can do to help improve that certain industry, solving industry problem, like hackathon types of projects. So yeah, for example, what's the current problems in medical field? Yeah, let's find out, right? So at the beginning phase, our team will do a lot of come up with what's going on in the industry and what's the problem. But in the future, we will bring more subject matter experts for speaker events or enhance of the topics. And then students, we have different types of, I mean, I have so many things of, sorry, I have two companies, so sometimes I mess those two up. Okay, so let's see the certification. So we have foundation certification, which we are about to launch. So we will have a set of course and a lot of assignment and capstone project for you to work with your mentors. And the second one is industry specialized certification, which is tied to these types of hackathon topics. So for example, climate change, right? What's going on with our climate? We don't even know. How can we create something without even know what's the problem? We are creating a lot of trash without even know what's going on with the world. So I think understand what's the industry is very, very important. And later on, we see what's the problem. And we will have subject matter experts as mentors for you to book, developer for you to book, and UX designer for you to book, business people for you to book. So you will have a lot of different resources. And it's not we prepare a package for you to jump in and passively learning. Is that you become your own boss. We give you all the resource, and every resource is transparent. All the price is transparent, and we charge the transaction fee and platform fee, marketing fee. That's it for, for a lot of course, and everything is transparent, automation. There's nothing like, maybe at the beginning we have to do that because our platform is not set up yet, but there's nothing like, oh, fill out this form and we will have someone to talk to you. Sometimes you can tell this types of business, it's a little bit, wow, I'm wondering if I get a higher price than my friend or not, because there's no transparency. So for us, we want to provide transparency. We give you all the price, right? Everything is there, and you can see it's transparent. So to make sure you get all the elements you want, and you compose your learning. You like this mentor, do more. You don't like this mentor, yeah, just next time book someone else, right? So I think it's important. It's like a college or master degree, doctor degree. You pick someone you feel like you can talk to. So we are not wasting our time, right? And you can pick if you want a certification or not. Some people might just want like, oh, I don't want a certification. I just want to learn things generally. So you can pretty much have your own thing. And this is kind of guide you through. And there are a lot of industry problems for you to kind of take a look and think about, wow, how am I going to use XR to solve? Yeah, have some questions, have some learning, and book mentors. And I think our platform is now focusing on follow through, curated, strict, curated, and automatically get certification. We want our student to fully understand what's going on. And if they want a certification, they apply. And it's not guaranteed to get, because we really want you to at least something like this. I mean, I wouldn't say this is the best portfolio, that it's our perfect standard, but this is something that we are looking for. For example, this is something that I and my friend, we create for Tesla, turning Tesla into a spaceship. So we did user research. I even did the test drive for Model 3. I know a lot of people, they probably own Model 3, but for me, I mean, I drive Toyota. I mean, for this, I think this is kind of like a fits to the kind of like the user. So yeah, so later on we have some interesting way to turn the entire car into a spaceship. And as far as I know, that Tesla has some apps that allows you to see what's live on Mars, right? So so if we have a star, looking at the star, or turn the entire car into a starship, this totally kind of makes sense, and also really help Tesla to make people, entertain people. So we want something that makes sense when recruiter, or later on if you want to market your own product. We want this to already have product market fit. It's not just additional digital trash that you copy from your instructor from the walkthrough videos. So we want to inspire you. We want you to come up with your own project. So our goal is to make everybody get out of XReality Academy or get the certification. Once they get it, they really totally understand the entire progress, experience, and also at the end come up with the product that have product market fit. Yeah, so, Jim, do you have any questions? I mean, I talk a lot. Oh, I think you mute yourself.
Sorry. I was just wondering about the competitions a little bit. There was a dollar amount listed with those. Is that how much you
this
pay
one?
to
This one?
in that?
This one?
Yeah, down at Yeah.
Oh, this is like a Kango is hackathon. Google like imagine hackathon if
So
hackathon
is that
has
how
a
much you
Google.
win?
Yeah,
So is that how much you win? I see. I
it's
see.
probably the sponsor price. We can also do
I see.
that. But right now, we probably don't have that budget for you to win, right? We don't have that budget. But in the future, we
Now
might
that I
be.
see the prize of $1 million, I realize that's not the price tag.
No. I
That's what you
mean,
win.
yeah, for this, we can definitely do hackathon style, right? But right now, we are more like, okay, so having certification, but later on, we might be able to partner with other companies to have more, I would say, price, right? For example, I create something, work with my mentors, right? And then we come up with a really brilliant idea. And then maybe Google sponsor this concept. And then you submit, right? Then you want
So
it.
so what you're
Google
saying
love it. Yeah.
so what you're saying is the academy could potentially help you um, with your entry for these competitions.
Yes. Um, right now, yeah, and in the platform, we want to build something very similar to Kango for the um, um, so many things. Yeah, for the industry specialized certification. So, for example, once you finish the foundation certification, and you also want to have one industry, right? For example, oh, I really love medical, and I finish one small topic module, and then you talk to your mentor who is specialized in medical. And actually, Stephen Christian, he's a PhD medical student. You can ask him, right? So we have a lot of people who had multiple talents. For example, Peter, as far as I know, he's like everything. He is very good at Unity, and also his background is robots. He can do a lot of cool, interesting things. And now he's a manager. So yeah, so a lot of our mentors has multiple skills equipped. So yeah, you have to find out. And maybe, you think, oh, it's my AR foundation teacher, but my AR foundation teacher might be able to teach me the medical knowledge or give me some advice. So this is what I'm excited about, which is apply knowledge to something that you are very interested instead of, follow through each tutorials and doing something that you don't like. For example, I kind of like, some boot camps, they have a lot of capstone projects which are related to fashion, food. And those, I told my student, I bet the people who create this curriculum is women, because women love clothing, women love lifestyle stuff, travel, and also good food. However, some of my students, they just couldn't feel it. They feel miserable when following through all the food, fashion, clothing. They feel like, what's the point of doing a lot of clothes? Like they buy everything on Amazon Basic. So if the topic is not interesting you, if the topic is not exciting you, then you might lose your passion to finish it. But for me, I think the most important thing is that you do something that you are passionate about, and we give you all the resource, and you compose your life. We are not limited you. We are giving you resource and transparent price for you to grow. Yeah, so this is my thing. Yeah, and also master degree. Master degree means that you probably need to have multiple industry in order to be master. And we want industry leaders. Right now, I haven't found it because we haven't even have our first foundation certification up. But for master degree, I want to invite some industry leaders. Right now it's a mysterious box question mark. Yeah, we will find it. And then once you finish the first, we will have 2 interview process. First is the portfolio review. We want to see if you have multiple talents, if you have accomplished multiple field, right? If you want to be code master, you probably need to know more than one field, right? So yeah, that's first. And we need to see if you know what's the product that has the product market fit, and make sure you understand to create a good product for your user. And then we want to have the industry leader later on to have a virtual interview with you. It's like, for example, I don't know, job interview, or ask you about what's your concept behind it, right? And kind of have a conversation. If the industry leaders, they think you come up with a brilliant idea, yeah, you can get the degree with the signature of that person. It's very similar to doctor degree that, you know, you got the signature, you got someone back you up. So we want to make this so special. It's like the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? It's like we want to make sure you are successful. So it's very different from other like diploma or certification. You finish watching everything and automatically generate one and you post on LinkedIn. We want you to feel proud, and your certification actually means something. It's not just auto-generate. And we really want you to get the most out of it. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking. James, do you have anything you want to say?
Well, I think sort of in summary, you can sign up for a 7-day free trial, and then it's $25 a month for the next 3 months. There's over 100 hours worth of instructional content available right now. And if you've got a startup, for example, and you're trying to come up with your MVP and create market fit and so forth, this will all help you out with that.
Yeah, and we really want to kind of make XR for people that wants to use XR to build something that is really meaningful. Yeah, so and I can tell you, when I was young, I am not a good student. I always, for example, when I was in Taiwan, when my teacher is teaching math, I would study something else on my desk. Why? Because I don't know why we have to have a certain path. It just means that when teachers are trying to teach something on the stage, you know, some people, they just can look at the book and they figure things out. They don't really need a teacher to explain every single word of the textbook, right? Somehow I feel like school education is for, I don't want to say that, but it's for mediocre. People who are a little higher than mediocre, they need to wait the mediocre. And people who are lower than mediocre, they couldn't even catch up. So it ends up to teach the majority. I don't want to say majority of mediocres, but it seems like school education is too focused on standardized. Make sure everyone it fits a certain majority of trained and factory workers. But
so this is more tailored. This is
yes,
more tailored to interests.
yes, and we want to teach students that we want everybody is different. School is different. School wants you to do the same thing, and the test is there's a right and wrong, and teacher can say you are good, you are bad. But for us, I believe everybody has his own strengths. Like if you measure a fish, whether that fish can fly or not, that fish fell as being a being, right? So I think sometimes we measure somebody in a wrong ruler or measurement. I think everyone is talented. Everyone is genius. It's just using the wrong way, wrong eyes to criticize it, to judge it. So for example, if somebody who is really good at something like climate change or very aware of trees, flowers, some people are aware of well-beings, nutritions. I think if they focus on themselves instead of trying to say that, oh, I need to be real estate, I need to work in accounting area in order for me, or I need to be a lawyer in order for people to think I'm good, right? To do something against you, but the mainstream think you are good. So I think just by composing whatever you want, follow your passion, and do something that is unique, I believe this will help people to create their own future. Not only, for example, yeah, go ahead.
Anyone who's creating a startup, they have
Yeah.
a particular target area in mind. And so, they have their own take on the market and so forth. And so the idea of all this is to tailor the instruction to whatever those interests are.
Yeah, I do think that this will help. But, this is just a concept. And when executing, I know there will be something that we need to change along the way. But I think education should tailor to each of us. And education's goal is never to get a job. It's more like a self-fulfillment. It's more like a fulfill self-interested curiosity. And later on, either you get a job that satisfies you or you create your own jobs. That's all good. Everyone is different. So yeah, so this is kind of like my overall view for XReality Academy. I kind of wish that, for example, if everybody get well educated, I believe there won't be any war there because we will be more empathized, which the difference with people who are different than us. The reason why there's a war argument is because we don't know other people. We couldn't empathize other people. Yeah. So, and we judge and we have a lot of bias. And if we focus on education, improve ourselves, then I believe the world will be peaceful. And if we educate everybody really well, right? And then climate change is because people just do a lot of things that accelerate, the environment become harder and harder. If we can put all those into education, so people are aware of that and know the consequence of their behavior, and I believe everything will become better and better. So I think education is the most important thing to all the problems, the root. If people change, then we don't even need to, advertising it or do a lot of things trying to change people, because they change from their heart, because they know they change their behavior inwardly. So yeah. Anything you want to add, Jim?
I think I've pretty much asked everything all the questions that I have.
Yeah, now we just have to execute it. Yeah, but I'm glad that the platform is up, and just go through it. And I can tell you, I don't like the layout. I mean, this is the default for Moodle. Later on, we will have a better look later on. It just, now it's MVP. We put all the content there. Later on, it will be much better. Yeah, slow by slow. Yeah, so yeah. So if you happen to join AWE, let me share with you where's our booth. Okay, so you will be enter probably around, where's the stage? Probably here, right? And then all those are the rich, big company. And if you go here, and we are in the small dark room, probably here. Yeah, and we are in here. Yeah, here, XReality Academy. Cool, awesome. Thank you so much. Any other things? Yeah. And by the way, we are going to have some live events going on. Oh, we have so many things. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you, Jim. Jim is the grandpa of XReality Academy, always there since the beginning and never miss. I would say probably sometimes never miss 99.9% or always showed up. So if you have any questions, feel free, you can ask Jim. I believe Jim probably sometimes knows more than me and a better memory than me. Yeah, sometimes Jim will remind me like, hey, you forget to have the event, whatever meetup. And I was like, oh yeah, right. So I really appreciate Jim always be there, be so supportive for XReality Academy. So Jim will be on Slack. And I saw a lot of our users are from Turkey. Interesting.
Turkey.
Yeah, because I saw .com.tr and I even Google it. It's from Turkey. Yeah, I mean, it's from another world or another area that outside of USA. And I'm glad that our price is so affordable that people from other countries love to join. So yeah, I'm happy to see XReality Academy become a global thing. And I always said that, I don't know, this is totally against what I was being told as a student and also being told as a designer, because this is the opposite thoughts. For example, when I was in school, I was taught to raise the price, raise your knowledge and charge to the rich people, serve to the rich, because they are easy to work with, and your lifestyle will be better. So that's Hummingbird's Day thinking. It's like, oh, design studio, we serve the best of the best, right? Raise the price each year. But for XReality Academy, I want to do the opposite. Instead of
there's
charging,
a problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem right now where you go to college and you end up with so much debt afterwards
Yeah.
that it's difficult to pay all that off.
Yeah.
And when you get done, the world has changed, and who knows? It may be off doing something else at that point. So
Yeah.
that's the problem with I've got 3 college degrees, but
That's amazing. Very well educated.
yeah, but I can see problems with trying to get college degrees right now. It's just so expensive, and
Yeah.
it takes so long, and it may not be
Yes.
very well targeted to what your interests are.
Yeah, right. So I think we made the price so affordable, and then we make our learning so accessible. We pretty much break down the wall of elite education and we will slowly grow a lot of super awesome content slowly, because right now there are a lot of people who wants to co-create or contribute the content, teaching content, and they are all kind of experts from different areas in the United States, like different developer teams. So yeah, so I believe by doing this, we can definitely, like I say, I think for Hummingbird's Day, I want to provide the best product design development service. But for XReality Academy, I kind of want to still provide the best course. But instead of charging one person $3,000, I want to it's just a concept. I want to charge 3,000 people $1, if that makes sense.
And also, one of the things I've noticed, I've gone to seminars where they talk about, you should do this for your MVP and do that and so forth. And then we have a $2,000 course that you can enroll in, but it doesn't teach you anything about the technology. It doesn't teach you how to actually accomplish anything. It's all about hiring other people.
Yeah.
And so by the time you're done, you don't really have anything. You just
Yeah.
have paid $1,000 to these guys.
Yeah, and we charge like extremely affordable. I mean, even Code Academy, they are just automation, right? No booking mentors, all those fun stuff. And at the beginning, I would say for me, I think it's very important to have a community, right, that supports you and doing the lifelong learning. And our platform, I mean, for me, I am a super, I don't want to say fast learner, but kind of fast because I can learn things in 4 hours and eat lunch. I need rest. And then the later on, I can start creating tutorials and start teaching. So for me, I want to create a platform that has something that is very new, that is up to date. I know it's hard for a person to kind of trying to do things. So I think a team or we are recruiting people who are interested in joining us, creating, and we do revenue share, right? So creating course with us, then so we can make sure that everybody we can provide an affordable education environment for globally, right? Because I think you see when Ukraine is having war, it's not just the Ukraine suffers, the entire world suffer. It's a chain reaction. Yeah. And global warming is not just, hey, Ukraine or Russia, you are doing a lot of toxic stuff and you guys suffer and everyone else is having a nice environment like your background. Right? It's not like that. It's like things will move globally. So yeah. So that's
I
why.
think that when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And right now what's happening in the Silicon Valley is there's been a lot of tech layoffs. So there are a lot of people available who can do some mentoring, who suddenly have time to do that.
Yeah,
And
I
so
just
it's
asked
a
a
way to
bunch
take
of
advantage
Meta
of that.
people. Yeah, I'm so glad they kind of have time, but they need to think about it because this is something I would say right now a lot of tech people they release. I wouldn't say layoff. I feel like layoff sounds like a little hurting. I would say being released from big corporation, right? And I believe big corporation will lay off more people because of automation, AI.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that brings up a couple of things. One is uh, it is so hard nowadays to keep up to date with today's technology.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the goal here, I think, is to do continuing education to keep you up to date with the latest stuff that's coming out. And you're just, how are they going to do that in a university? It's very difficult. They have this long established courses and so forth that they provide, and it's hard to change on a dime to suddenly tell you about the latest stuff that's going on. Another thing I think that's important is if you are creating a startup and you're trying to create your MVP, one of the things you're going to be doing is hiring people.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any technical knowledge, it can be very difficult to successfully hire people and employ them to create the things that you want to create, because you need to have some familiarity with the development process in order to manage those people and to know what they need, to know how to monitor what they're doing and make sure that they're staying on track and so forth. So having some technical knowledge, through this continuing education and so forth, can help you a lot with that. I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of people say, "Oh, I'm going to create this app," and they don't really know anything technically, and then they go ahead and try to create the app, and then it fails because they just weren't able to really harness the skills and abilities of their developers in a proper way.
Yeah, I mean, I have some clients, they figure out they come up with some cool technologies and then they want to implement into an app. But I was questioning like, is this something that your user wants? And my previous client, they did one push. They didn't, they just built it and they launched and it failed because nobody want to use, right? And they
Yeah.
are doing another round of stuff. But I just find out that sometimes client, they have their thoughts, but their thoughts of the product is very different from what the user needs. And at the end, it always end up going with the founder. Why? Because founder pay, right? And everybody got paid from founders. So it becomes, when founders said that, oh, sometimes user doesn't really know what they want. And we create such convenient stuff. Once we build it, they will love it, And I was thinking about it. Yeah.
You need to create clickable prototypes, I think, so that people, your potential users can try them out and give you feedback and say, you've provided this feature, but I don't think anyone really needs that feature. So this is the feature that we need. So why don't you provide that? So I think you need to be able to create clickable prototypes to do that sort of research, to find out what's really needed in the marketplace.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I really appreciate James' time. And James is always, like I said, grandpa of XReality Academy.
Don't call me grandpa.
I mean, I remember you call yourself. I don't know why my brain has this word storage in my memory. But Jim, yeah, okay, no grandpa. Yeah, Jamie is the what do you want to call? Be called, be named, be remembered.
An experienced engineer.
The pilot.
Experienced engineer is good.
Experienced engineer. Okay. So yeah, thank you, Jim. And next week we are going to have a series of live event. And hopefully to see you guys next week. Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.